Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. What I'd love to do today is to go through an old classic. The book that I'm going to talk about today is entitled The House of the Dead, a book that was published all the way back in 1862, around about the time when this university was established here in Australia. And the author is none other than Fyodor Dostoevsky. And I'll start off with one of Fyodor's quotes, where he says that the degree of civilization in a society can be judged by entering its prisons. This quote is a stark and unflinching indictment of societal flaws, sets the stage for Dostoevsky's semi-autobiographical The House of the Dead through the lens of a Siberian prison camp. Dostoevsky explores the depths of human suffering and resilience. Let's see what he came up with and find ways of opening our hearts and our minds and incorporating some of these powerful lessons into our inventory of wisdom, knowledge, and enlightenment to help us see the world through a different lens. The first point that Fyodor makes in this book is where he talks about the degradation of human dignity. Dostoevsky vividly portrays the dehumanizing conditions of prison life, revealing how confinement and brutality can strip individuals of their dignity and sense of self. And what we've got to understand also is that you don't have to be in a prison to feel this way. Now, we have numerous prisons around us. For some people, their relationship is a prison. For other people, their families are a prison. For yet others, their work is a type of prison. And for others, their mental health issues and mental health illnesses could be the source of another prison. So this whole book here can be used in a wider sense for those who choose to use their imagination. He talks about the resilience of the human spirit. Despite the harsh realities of their existence, the prisoners demonstrate remarkable resilience. They find ways to maintain their humanity, forge connections, and persevere a sense of hope. And along this line, he talks about the complexity of human nature. Dostoevsky delves into the complexities of human nature, portraying the prisoners as individuals with very diverse backgrounds, motivations, and moral compasses. He challenges simplistic notions of good and evil, which is a really interesting point. the power of social isolation can be profound, and this book highlights the devastating impact of social isolation and the importance of human connection to all people. Because once a person becomes a prisoner, they crave interaction and find solace in shared experiences, which is once again an important point to understand, that our lives are fueled by the shared experiences that we get to enjoy with our families, our friends, our work peers, and even strangers that we meet in different circumstances. Dostoevsky talks about the injustice of the penal system, and he critiques these injustices, especially of the Russian penal system, exposing the arbitrary nature of punishment and the systemic abuse of power. There is a search for redemption, and some prisoners seek redemption for their past crimes, grappling with guilt and remorse. Dostoevsky explores the possibility of moral transformation even in the most degraded environments. And we look at the power of empathy and understanding. The book encourages readers to develop empathy and understanding for all of those who are marginalised and oppressed in whichever way. Dostoevsky humanises the prisoners, challenging societal prejudices. And the last point to come from this author is where we talk about the enduring need for freedom for all people. The House of the Dead underscores the fundamental human need for freedom, both physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. The prisoners yearn for liberation and the ability to live a life of their own choosing. The House of the Dead underscores the fundamental human need for freedom, both physical and spiritual, as we mentioned before. And this book is a profound and unflinching exploration of human suffering and resilience. Through its vivid descriptions and insightful observations, Dostoevsky exposes the dark side of society and the enduring power of the human spirit. This book serves as a powerful, an extremely powerful reminder of the importance of compassion, justice, and the preservation of human dignity, even in the most extreme of circumstances. It is a work that challenges us to confront the uncomfortable truths about our own societies and to strive for a more humane world wherever possible. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Jim's 5am Club, where I come to you from the grounds of Sydney University. And once again, we've been through an old but very, very interesting and powerful book, which allows us to use our imagination, as I mentioned before, to take a journey and to examine and to feel for those people who are trapped in prisons, be they physical, or prisons of their own making, and to show compassion once again and try and help all people, because you don't know what they're going through, what's happening in their heads, in their lives, and to be open with our hearts, our minds, and a kind word. Take care, everybody. Wishing you a good day and a great rest of the week, and I look forward to coming to you again. Bye for now.